Grenier, and today I'm going to show you how to make those popular Italian cookies, Biscottis. Now this recipe is the chocolate almond cookie, and you can make so many different varieties, but it makes 2 logs. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to make a chocolate one, and then I'm going to make a vanilla one with cranberries and walnuts. Okay, so here are the ingredients that you need. You need 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of sugar, 1/3 cup of cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 eggs and 2 egg whites, vanilla, 2/3 cups of toasted almonds, and 1/3 cup of chocolate chips. And what I did was I did half almonds and half walnuts because I'm going to make these 2 separate recipes, and some dried cranberries if you're going to do the walnut and dried cranberries. This will be a little more chocolate than normal, but what's the problem? Okay, so let's get started. Okay, in a standing mixer with a paddle attachment, I'm going to combine my flour, sugar. I'm not going to do the cocoa because I'm going to add that later. Go ahead and blend that up a little bit. A teaspoon of baking soda. And now I'm going to add my eggs. And that's 2 eggs and 2 egg whites. Blend that up. See how it's forming, starting to come together. Okay, it doesn't take very long at all to start coming together. Once the dough is formed, I'm going to turn it off. And it's going to be a little sticky, that's okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take half of this out. Now it's just going to eyeball this, but I'm going to take half out. And this is going to be my chocolate blend. Okay, so this half, I'm going to go ahead and add my cocoa. And my vanilla extract, about a teaspoon. I'm going to add my almonds. Okay, and then I'm going to add my chocolate chips. Okay, so that's the first batch. Okay, we're going to take this dough, put it on our floured surface here. All right, what we want to do is shape this into a log. So you don't need a rolling pin, just take a floured surface here, just roll it out. About 2 inches in diameter. Okay, we're going to place that on a cookie sheet like this. Okay, we're going to take our second ball of dough, and we're going to add toasted walnuts, some dried cranberries, about 1/3 cup. And this one I'm going to put a little bit of almond extract just to make it a different flavor. Okay, I'm going to take this dough and put it on the floured surface. Okay, so again, we're just going to roll this, make a log. This might be a little smaller, but you know, it's okay. It is a little smaller, but it's okay. I like the chocolate one better anyway. Okay, so we're going to put that on there, making sure it's a little separated. Okay. And finally, you're going to take a little bit of egg white and just brush it across the top of both logs. So you're going to bake these at 350 until golden brown, about 30-35 minutes. Right, after 35 minutes, okay, then I'm going to put them on a wire rack and I'm going to let them cool so they can cool from the bottom, and I'm going to let them completely cool for 15 minutes. Now that they've cooled for 15 minutes, I'm going to take them and slice them on a diagonal and then bake them again. So if you just cut them straight across, you're going to have these little short cookies. So what you need to do is turn your knife and make a really long diagonal. So the very first one I'm going to cut, and you can hear it. It's kind of hard already, but you see how it's kind of soft still on the inside, and what you want it to be very hard. So we're going to take a diagonal here, and of course they're going to get larger as you go down, but just about 3/4 of an inch, I imagine. If you make them too thin, they'll fall apart. You don't want them really wide. So just kind of turn your knife and make some longer ones. Now, if you want the extra long ones, like you see in the stores, then don't make 2 logs, just make 1. And you should have one twice the size. And then of course when you cut into it, then you'll have larger or longer cookies. You're going to place your cut cookies on your sheet like so. They can be close because they're not going to rise any. They're going to pretty much stay the size they are. Okay. Okay, and you're going to do the same thing for your second cookies. Now remember, these are supposed to be really hard because they're supposed to be dipped in your coffee, and then that softens them up to eat them. To eat these plain by themselves without the coffee, you'll probably chip a tooth. How pretty. Oh, look at these, how pretty. You have your walnuts and cranberries in there. All right, so I'm going to place these on the cookie sheet also. Okay, and you can put both batches on one cookie sheet. And now we're going to put these back in the oven and we're going to bake them for another 15 or 20 minutes. Okay, I just took these out of the oven for the second baking time, and we're going to let these cool completely, and then they'll be ready to eat. Okay, after they're completely cooled on a wired rack, we're going to plate them and I'm going to store them. Okay, so here they are completely cooled. Okay, so after they're cooled, you can place them on a nice plate and serve in the morning with your coffee, or I like to put mine in my little cookie jar here, and this is by our coffee pot, and of course when we get down to about 2 or 3, then I know it's time to make more. So I hope you enjoyed this video and realize that you can make just about any flavor that you want. We like the chocolate ones, of course. So enjoy!